Hey, it's Niall Flores, and I got back from Blog Her, and I just wanted to say, and just a reflection of this post, I'm not wearing any makeup. Do I care? No, I don't. A lot of times after I get back from conference, or in this case, 2 weekends of back-to-back conferences. Last weekend was WordCamp Oklahoma City, the weekend before last was Oklahoma City, and this past weekend was Blog Her, and it was a lot. There was a lot of traveling to both. I drove to the first one, and the other one I took a bus to and from. So that's a lot of hours, and so it's a lot to deal with. Processing everything that you see at a conference, and just winding down and trying to have a little time for yourself. And right now, I just kind of slept in and did a few things and kind of took a day off. And, some people, they want to go gung-ho and everything, and that's quite fine. You could do that, but sometimes it's just nice after a conference to take a little bit time to process things. Because sometimes conferences aren't always like a vacation kind of thing. If you're something like a blogging conference or tech conference, you're having so much information sent your way that it could be information overload, even if you are somebody who has been in the business for quite some time. Maybe, even though I speak at the conference and I know a lot of stuff, and I still learn a lot of things from different angles that sometimes I'm like, hey, maybe if I do something like this, maybe it'll improve my game with my customers or something like that, or maybe I should do this with my blog, maybe it'll improve. And it's just a lot to think of, and I don't like to just head into everything. Sometimes I'll pause on emails. Any clients that are more urgent, I'll answer right away, but I always try to give at least a day before I actually hop back on the work wagon and get to doing what I need to do. So I recommend that if you're doing conferences quite frequently and you're like, well, when can I have a vacation? Well, have your half day or your full day after you get back from your conference. Some people take a full week, but for me, I'm always hustling, and I take at least a day, and it seems to help. It, gives me a time to recover. You'd think that anybody who would be like on a bus or a plane, like, oh yeah, it's nothing. Traveling is a lot on you. Anytime you have to sit for a long time, you have to deal with things like your butt's sore, or you're dealing with other people that are crab apples, that they're impatient. I just want to get there. They're doing things that are setting off your peeves. Like I saw somebody touching somebody else's luggage that they shouldn't have been. And so I let them know. I said, you don't touch other people's stuff. It's like, that's really suspicious activity. And, and I see that a lot. People touching things that don't belong to them. That really sets off my peeve. There's sometimes, especially health-wise, besides your butt hurting, your legs hurt. If you're in a sit-down position for a long time, your feet can actually swell. Sometimes if you're bigger and everything, it could be that way. But I recommend taking a break and everything, like I am. And if you don't, you're just going to burn yourself out. You're like, I'm just hopping from one high energy place to another. And some people really live off that, but there are other people that they just need time to process. And I recommend that time. I'm enjoying myself, no makeup, in my jammies, just enjoying my day off and everything. So, try it. See how it works for you. Even if you're just writing down a few notes, you're still taking a break and you're still on some kind of low-key thing. So hopefully that works for you, and like it does for me.